Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for another video as we have another signing from the Seattle Seahawks in terms of bringing in an undrafted free agent rookie, and they've added another receiver. So they've really had their eyes on this receiving class, which really has been a deep class. So I cannot blame them for that. And we're talking undrafted free agents. So, I mean, this is really cheap. So this is how you extend your roster out. So the Seahawks are just making sure that they are extremely set at the receiver position for sure. And what an interesting prospect they're bringing in, the South Dakota State Jackrabbit product receiver Cade Johnson. So to bring him in, that is definitely a highly productive guy. Obviously, you have to look more at his 2019 tape because of the stuff that, obviously not being able to really play last year due to the Missouri Valley Conference postponing football from the fall over to the spring. So yeah, he just decided to move on and just go to the next level, accept the invite to the Senior Bowl. He was projected to be gone in the fourth round, so I was surprised that he actually went undrafted. But yeah, in terms of NFL comparison, they're saying Dennis Northcutt, and that's going back. Dennis Northcutt, I remember he played for the Cleveland Browns going back around that 2004-ish, 2005, 2006, somewhere around that time frame. So he definitely was a guy that, had some speed to him. So that's an interesting comparison I felt that they drew up there. But nevertheless, he's definitely got a lot of upside to him. He was the first team All-American in 2019, named by the Associated Press. And he led the Jackrabbits with 72 receptions for 1,222 yards and 8 touchdowns, in addition to also carrying the ball 8 times for 149 yards, averaging 18.6 yards per carry, and also contributing to kick returning with 9 returns for 195 yards, averaging 21.7 yards per return in 13 games with 11 starts. So he was also a finalist for the Walter Payton Award, which goes to the top FCS player. And he already broke out as a sophomore through receiving first team all conference notice after compiling 67 catches that covered 1,300 yards, nearly averaging 20 yards of reception, and a school record 17 touchdowns and 13 yards. He also returned 17 returns for 462 yards. So the kid definitely, obviously, he was great as a receiver as well, but he clearly has some kick returning skills as well, which the Seahawks are definitely going to want to tap into. It seems like he's gotten some carries, so this is a very, very great pickup, especially to come in undrafted. I'm really surprised that he went undrafted, but man, this is a good pickup here. So you have to love what he was able to accomplish. Um, in college, and not to also leave out the fact that he was a Nebraska native and was an all-state pick for football and basketball in high school. So yeah, he's definitely a guy that has a lot to his game. So just to look at some of his strengths, I mean, they're saying he's explosive off the snaps and into his routes. He plays fast with a good forward lean and rapid turnover of his feet. He uses his routes. He used to go routes, seam routes, and challenge the deep middle. So that's great that he'd be able to be that guy that can go ahead and develop into, over time, someone that can take the top off the defense. Zero hesitation catching in traffic and through contact. That's really big. Not just the fact that he's fast, but he's also willing to take the contact, take the hit, and make the catch. There's a lot of receivers that struggle dropping the ball, especially when they're getting hit. But to be able to have that is a really big strength right there. And then, just his overall projection when you look at what he did at the college level, over 2,500 yards, more than 25 touchdowns in just the last 2 seasons alone, 3 years of kick return experience. So that's some great stuff. Now, if you want to look at some weaknesses there, he let's see. They're saying that he didn't see very high end cornerback talent across, facing him. So obviously that's going to be big to see how he does, against better corners, obviously in the NFL as well. They're saying that he needs to tighten up his routes. Let's see. Inconsistent working back to the ball from zone. And then they're also saying below average length for the desired catch radius. So obviously, everybody's got stuff they can improve upon for their game, but when you're signing undrafted free agents, you're really checking out their upside, and this guy has tremendous upside. So I'm really excited to see how this works out for him. I mean, he's going to a great coach in Pete Carroll. So definitely interested to see how they utilize him, especially come, preseason. Hopefully we'll get to see a good amount of him during that, and then just see how things work out from there. So yeah, but thanks again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to drop, you can be sure to find it here. So thanks again for watching, and have a great rest of your day.